Hey everybody, Pickyo Gamer again. And like I said, I'm raffling off a bunch of videos. I did like 2 yesterday. This is the second one right here. Um, yeah, I mean, pretty much there's a lot of information coming out from Nintendo and Kimishima. And another thing, Nintendo, this is another article on enthusiast.gg, and it's everywhere. Kimishima, Nintendo considering a 3DS successor. The Nintendo Switch is almost upon us, but Nintendo has not forgotten the 3DS. In an article in Kyoto Shinbun, it was mentioned that Nintendo is considering making a successor to the 3DS. The proposed successor would be an entirely new machine, not just an update. It would be done because Kimishima sees there is still a market for such devices. This raises a few questions as how this proposed system will interact with the Nintendo Switch. The Switch was assumed to be a successor to both the Wii U and 3DS, but this news calls that into question. Could this just be Kimishima trying to reassure 3DS owners that the Switch will not replace the system? Or do they really have the idea in mind that a new handheld system will replace the 3DS? This would be interesting to see. What are your thoughts on the matter? This is, again, articles below. I think it's just bullshit. Or not bullshit. I'm not trying to be mean, not hating on Kimishima and bashing Nintendo. It's just chatter. They even said if you go back all these quotes we used to do, and I'm not going to find it for you. I know everybody says, well, no, they didn't say it. They did. The Nintendo NX will not replace the Wii U. They just ended global production like yesterday or the day before. It's done. The companies say shit all the time. You can find an old quote where they said the DS would be the third pillar along with the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance. It replaced them. Okay. I know people want to argue, and it's fine. This is just a point of view, but things get replaced. Companies cannot keep all these fucking things out there. I mean, Genesis, Sega CD, the 32X, and the Sega CD 32X games. They had games that killed Sega or hurt them going into the Saturn, and still didn't hurt them more going into the Dreamcast. You can't have all that shit flying at once if it's not selling. Yes, the 3DS is sold like 62 million, right? At 62 million units. But you put out a hybrid system that does everything. Why do you need to put out a 3DS successor? I don't think they're going to. I think here's one or two things. One, they're telling everybody that to calm their tits. I always chuckle at that meme, that saying on the internet, calm your tits. And everybody's like, oh, you got man boobs. I can't help that. They're going to calm people down because after, I think, a year or so, I mean, yeah, the Pikachu 3DS is sold out on Amazon. Okay. But they keep reselling different versions. All that, so probably because of Pikachu. When the games start dwindling off, if they do on the 3DS, which I think, and they're all going, I mean, look at all these developers just popping on to the Switch. Easy to develop for. Vulkan, Unreal, Unity support. If it goes down like I think, then they're going to taper it off and retire it. If the Switch doesn't, they may have this in the back of their mind as another backup. I don't think this will come to fruition simply because the Switch seems to be going down a successful route. It's still a long way. We're less than a month out from release. Getting very excited. But we don't fucking know anything. We really don't know what they're going to do. We don't know how this thing is going to work. We just don't know. It's a lot of what ifs, you know. I don't, not trying to bash Nintendo, not trying to bash anybody. This is just them thinking. Like I said, the DS was supposed to kill off all the rest of the Game Boys. It did. They said the NX is not going to replace the Wii U. It's dead. It's gone. It's retired. And people want to play it in fond memory. It's going to be highly collectible. So when I saw this, you read this and read these articles, don't believe it. Don't even put really a lot of thought into it. Because there is a lot of variables, and it's all about how the Switch does. Switch does well, 3DS is going to be retired. one machine, one development cycle, one cartridge or game card, however you say it, and your games are everywhere. If this works, they won't probably do this. If they do it, then it'll be Nintendo making a silly mistake, I think. But it's too early to tell. I don't think this is going to happen. I'm not mad ranting at Nintendo. What are you doing, Nintendo? I think it would be. I think this is just talk right now. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Everything come up on the screen here is subscribe, share, all that good stuff. But I don't think this is going to happen. But let me know what you think. All right, everybody. PKO Gamer out.